The Triforce, an ancient relic that contains the power of the gods, left behind by the creators of Hyrule as a symbol of their strength. Entrusted to the goddess Hylia, and later protected by the royal family of Hyrule, the Triforce has played a central role in Hyrule's history, until the events of Breath of the Wild, that is. So what happened to it? Was it forgotten in the passage of time? Let's find out in today's video. While Breath of the Wild never explicitly mentions the Triforce, it does hint at its existence in a couple of instances. Don't believe me? There's actually one in the very beginning of the game. Once the King of Hyrule reveals himself to Link, he goes on to tell him about the tragic events that unfolded 100 years prior, and the legend of Calamity Ganon. In this cutscene, the king refers to Zelda's sealing power and the Master Sword as relics, used to stop Ganon. Not only does the king call Zelda's power a relic, the tapestry used to depict the legend of Calamity Ganon shows the princess using the Triforce. Now let's examine Zelda's so-called sealing power. From the very moment she unlocks the power to seal the darkness, we can see the full and complete Triforce resonating on the back of her hand. This can be seen once again before Zelda seals Calamity Ganon. In the cutscene, we can see a physical version of the Triforce before it's engulfed in light and Ganon is sealed away. While this sealing power could just be something passed down by the goddess Hylia to her future descendants, I find it hard to believe. Past versions of Zelda have never exerted this much power in any of the other games. Yeah, they sealed away Ganon and even held back Great Evil, but none of them have donned the full Triforce on the back of their hand. Digging even deeper, I found something that may allude to how this whole sacred power works. During Link's 13th memory, Zelda prays at the Spring of Power. During this clip, Zelda mentions that she's unable to hear the voices from the Spirit Realm. Now, the Spirit Realm is never expanded on past this point, but what if Zelda is actually referring to the Sacred Realm? It's quite possible that the Sacred Realm is now called the Spirit Realm. Names and legends change over time. If this is true, it could explain why Zelda doesn't physically have the Triforce. She's only tapping into it via the Spirit Realm where it resides. It's also possible that the Spirit Realm isn't the Sacred Realm at all, and it's something new and unique to Breath of the Wild. To further prove this is in fact the Triforce, we need only look at the training Zelda went through before obtaining her sealing power. As per the legend of Calamity Ganon, Zelda was tasked with praying at the Spring of Power, Courage, and Wisdom. Now, in order to wield the full power of the Triforce, one must be balanced in all three virtues. Zelda praying at each spring was a direct attempt to balance these virtues. She just didn't know it. A few of you might be thinking, nope, this is a reference to Skyward Sword and nothing more. While this is in fact a reference to Skyward Sword, the ritual being performed is completely different. In Skyward Sword, Zelda prays at the Sky View and Earth Spring in order to regain her memories of being the goddess Hylia. Only 2 springs are used in this instance, and neither represent one of the 3 virtues. They are simply there to serve as a way for Zelda to unlock her memories. However, in Breath of the Wild, the springs represent the 3 virtues, and feature the symbols of power, courage, and wisdom at their altars. Hylia ties back into this as the true protector of the Triforce, so it's only fitting to see Breath of the Wild's version of Zelda at the other end of the timeline wielding the power the goddess originally protected. The ritual of visiting the springs must have been tweaked, not only to pay homage to the goddess Hylia, but also to the 3 golden goddesses, giving prayer to the 3 virtues needed to unlock the Triforce. In Breath of the Wild's case, Zelda praying at the springs wasn't enough, and instead she had to prove her power, courage, and wisdom before awakening her true power. So if Zelda has the Triforce, then why is it never referred to as such? Well, since the very beginning of the Zelda timeline, the Triforce has caused bloodshed and war due to the lust for power. The Great War of Hylia and Demise, the Interloper War, and many other conflicts have all been caused by the legend of the Triforce and its immense power. Breath of the Wild takes place thousands of years after any Zelda game we've ever played, so you'd think that they would have forgotten about a few things. But they do have limited knowledge of past events dating back all the way to Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess. I find it hard to believe they just forget something as important and powerful as the Triforce. From what it seems, the royal family secreted the legend of the Triforce away, bestowing its power to certain princesses of Hyrule and calling it the Sealing Power. No more would the world of Hyrule be plagued by the lust for the power of the gods. In essence, the Triforce wasn't forgotten, just the legend. Zelda's Sealing Power awaits the next princess of Hyrule, destined to fight back the calamity once again. That concludes my theory. Hope you enjoyed it, thanks for watching, stay tuned for more Nintendo content, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.